The New York Giants continue their search for their next general manager. Today, the Giants interviewed Ryan Poles, an executive with the Kansas City Chiefs, Paul, their executive director of player personnel, an organization he's been with for 13 years.
You know, John, this is one of those guys who has been with an organization and obviously succeeded there, but also wanted to stay. You'll see a lot of people over the course of the NFL who will bounce around to different spots. This is a guy who has just been in one spot, been very comfortable there, gotten it done there, so it's a very interesting choice that they would want to talk to him.
And he spanned a lot of different regimes here, so different coaches and different general managers that have kept him along, which means they recognize his talent in finding players.
Yeah, he was brought into Kansas City by Scott Pioli, the longtime front office executive who, of course, had time with the Jets and the Dolphins and the Falcons and Kansas City. But that was the first guy who brought him in. The last 4 years, he's been involved in personnel, all 4 playoff seasons under Andy Reid, gone to a Super Bowl, also won a Super Bowl. So the track record of recent success is really off the charts.
No question about it. Helps, of course, when you draft a guy like Patrick Mahomes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And obviously, Paul, people laugh about it now. That was not an easy pick. When you look back at when that pick was made, he was a guy that played street ball in college, but they envisioned that if they get him with Andy Reid, who obviously is an offensive guru, knows how to, mold quarterbacks, that it was something that could work at the pro level.
And John, that says a lot about being in parallel with your coaching staff, because if you draft a guy like Pat Mahomes, you better know what your coaching staff's going to do with him creatively. Otherwise, it's not going to work too well. And understand something else about this Chiefs front office. They played Tampa in the Super Bowl, and their offensive line had an awful difficult time trying to get it done. So what did the Chiefs do? In one offseason, they went hog wild crazy rebuilding that offensive line to the point where now they're a contender again.
And Paul, they're not afraid to trade picks. That's something else. They've been very aggressive. You look at the last few drafts, they've only had a first-round pick once in their past 4 years because of trades for Orlando Brown, starting left tackle to rebuild the offensive line. They brought in Clark as well, the pass rusher, in a trade. That cost them a first-round pick. So they're not afraid to be aggressive here with their picks to bring in proven veterans. And when you're a Super Bowl contender, those are the types of things you're able to do. It doesn't mean they haven't had success in the draft either. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a recent pick for them. And then Chris Jones is the big one, who's really one of the best interior pass rushers in the league. He was just a second-round pick.
Well, then I will also go back a few years when some people thought Honey Badger might be on the decline. And they took a chance and said, let's go get him. And he's become a huge component of their defense.
No question about it. We'll continue to track who the Giants are interviewing for their general manager position on Giants.com, the Giants mobile app, the Giants YouTube channel, you name it. We're everywhere, all the social media platforms. Check it out as we continue to track what the Giants are doing in the offseason.